So the Packers just made a move that I did not see coming. It came out of absolutely nowhere. I just got the notification on my phone from Adam Schefter, and I was shocked to see this notification. So here is what it said from Adam Schefter in the past hour. QB trade. Titans are sending QB Malik Willis to the Packers in exchange for a 2025 7th-round pick per sources. Willis is likely to back up Jordan Love. So there we go. We were focused on this backup quarterback battle between Sean Clifford and Michael Pratt. And all in all, I thought Pratt looked overall better, but it's not like I was wowed by what Michael Pratt did and was supremely confident in him being Jordan Love's backup for the season. There's no doubt there was some uncertainty there. But now the Packers completely switch things up and bring in another quarterback who is likely, according to Adam Schefter, going to be the backup. So this signals to me that Brian Gutekunst, Packers GM, was not okay with Clifford or Pratt being the backup behind Jordan Love. If Jordan Love were to ever go down, I think that Gutekunst was not sold that either of those guys could come in and do what a backup quarterback in the NFL needs to do. And so he went and he made a move, only giving away a 7th-round pick to pick up a potential backup quarterback who I think is very, very talented. He is an insane athlete. He can run the ball at a very high level, sort of reminds you of a Lamar Jackson type. He may not be at that level, but sort of that type of athlete and that type of runner of the football at the quarterback position. And it's pretty crazy because you look back to 2022. Malik Willis was drafted in the 3rd round by the Tennessee Titans. I remember at that time, going into that draft, some people thought that there was a chance he could go in round 1 just because of how talented he was. He drops to round 3. It didn't really work out during his time in with the Titans. And now Will Levis is a quarterback. I believe Mason Rudolph is probably going to be the backup. And Rudolph was taking the snaps in the preseason ahead of Malik Willis. But Gutekunst coming in, trading a 7th-round pick for a former 3rd-round draft pick. And if we take a look at Malik Willis and how he looked in this preseason, he was much better than Sean Clifford and Michael Pratt. He went 20 of 27, 205 yards, 7.6 yards per attempt, had a 78 grade from PFF, which is pretty solid, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, a 104.7 passer rating. And so all in all, a very, very good preseason. If you compare that to the Packers quarterbacks, it's really night and day. Pratt, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Clifford, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. And then PFF grades wasn't pretty for either guy. PFF gave Michael Pratt a 57.4 grade. They gave Sean Clifford a 52.5 grade. So there's no doubt that the Packers see Malik Willis as an upgrade to Sean Clifford and Michael Pratt. And personally, as I said, I did not see this move coming whatsoever. It came completely out of left field for me. And so I think to get a talent like Malik Willis is just exciting. Obviously, with him being a backup quarterback, you hope that you never have to see them. You hope that Jordan Love can stay healthy at all times. But in this scenario where Jordan Love were to ever go down with an injury, miss a couple games, having Malik Willis, just with his athleticism, his athletic ability, gives me some more hope, some more excitement than I think Clifford or Michael Pratt. And I think with Pratt, he could develop into a somewhat solid quarterback. I just think that with him being a rookie, doesn't have as much experience. And you look at Malik Willis, even though he doesn't really have much NFL, real life, regular season experience, he has now been in the NFL, for 2022, 2023, going into his 3rd season. He has had some time starting in the NFL 3 times in 2022. It wasn't very pretty. 276 yards, 0 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. But it's been nearly 2 years since those starts, and so I would assume that he's taken some huge strides forward. Last year only played in, I think, 1 game, had 74 passing yards, and that was it for him. But I think this is a move that the Packers thought they needed to make. The fact that they did this shows they weren't confident in their backup quarterback situation. So I'm happy that they decided to make an upgrade. And to get a 3rd-round pick for a 7th-round pick, of course, it's 2 years down the line, and it doesn't necessarily line up like that. But still, if you're the Packers, I think it's a no-brainer. If you think that Malik Willis has talent, has some upside, you think you maybe coach him up and get him to learn the offense, learn Matt LaFleur's offense, learn behind Jordan Love, I'm completely happy and satisfied to send over a 7th-round pick. I think that's completely fine. Odds are, let's say the Titans, they're probably going to release him. That would be my guess. And so if you're the Titans, You get a free 7th round pick. Why not? We'll take it. You're the Packers. You don't have to wait for the waivers. You don't risk another team picking up Malik Willis if they decide to let him go. And so they clearly wanted to ensure that they got Willis. They weren't willing to risk him hitting the waivers and having to see if some other team picked him up before them. So that shows to me that they were pretty high on bringing Malik Willis here into Green Bay. And so I love the move. If you look at some of his highlights, I mean, the guy can play. He's athletic. I don't know when it comes to, regular season, how he would look because he doesn't really have that much experience there. But there's no doubt he is an insane athlete. And overall, I'm very satisfied with this move by the Packers. But if you want more Packers content, feel free to subscribe down below. And you can follow me on Twitter as well at LukeBeller3.